Greetings, Capricorn family members, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for Capricorn family members for the month of September. It is the middle of the month, though, so we're looking at September the 15th through the 30th. Capricorn family members, the spirit guide has already been invoked and the cards have been anointed, shuffled, and cut according to the instructions and the direction that was given to me by my spirit guide. And I always give credit and recognition to my spirit guide because it is the spirit that gives us truth. And so, Capricorn family members, without any further ado and with your kind permission, may I begin your reading of predictions for this next 2-week cycle, the end of the month. And these are general energies, but they are really, really good. And so you're going to really enjoy this reading. Let's begin, Capricorn family members. Some of you made a decision, and because of the decision that you made, you've received some flack as far as from family members, perhaps, and friends, that type of energy. And as you are moving through this post-decision made time, I should say, you feel like, oh my goodness, now I'm stuck with the decision that I made. And that is partially correct and impartially correct, because the decision that you made was a decision that you took control to make. And therefore, the spirit guide is then saying, well, then take control of your mind and the way you think about the dynamics that are in your life right now. Now, you would know more about what I'm talking about than I do. Some of you are getting ready to come to a place, particularly those of you that are the female energy of Capricorn, you are getting ready to come to a place of financial stability where I see money in your hands as opposed to money leaving your hands. And so that's a very, very good place. I want you to be mindful, though, as you move further into this cycle. And this cycle, I'm looking at 2 weeks. I call it a 2-week reading or a mid-month reading, but these energies lead us right into October, actually. And so as you're moving forward, you do have financial stability. I see you coming there, but I also see right now you're looking at your savings depleting as opposed to growing. So those are two different dynamics. One is your savings right now is looking like is losing weight. Your savings is losing weight. But as you move into your future position, you are going to come to a better place financially. The Spirit wants you, Capricorn family members, to really focus on your long-term goals, because right now your long-term goals are becoming a little cloudy and a little misty, and so you're going to have to get those things back to focus and back to crystallization. As well as I need to tell the female energy of Capricorn family members, the female energy of Capricorn family members, you need to work on that cardiovascular physical fitness stuff. I do see that. I also see there's a need for juicing. There's a need for more greens. You know, I'm not a proponent. I'm not going to talk about being a vegetarian, but I am going to say there's a need for more clean cooking and more clean eating. And the Spirit just gave me that word, clean. And so be mindful of that as you move forward, Capricorn family members. Capricorn family members, those of you that feel stuck because of the decision that you made and you feel that the decision is not necessarily the best decision, I want you to know that you should get prepared for a very pleasant surprise as it relates to that decision that you made and as it relates to you feeling stuck, like things are going kind of slow and dragging. I see, Capricorn family members, where some of you really should be happy that some of the energies they've left your life. And when I talk about these energies, I'm talking about the energies of the me and the selfish-minded person. They've gone from your life. Now, some of you have returned to school, and those of you that have returned to school, congratulations on that. That's a very, very good thing. And you see what's going to happen is returning to school is actually going to help you. And I'm going to tell you how it's going to help you. Now, listen to what I'm saying and remember that I said this. As you return to school, the Spirit shows me a card indicating your intellectuality, your education, your mental status. It's growing and getting better. There's going to be a masculine energy that is the complement. And those of you that are the masculine energy of Capricorn, the same information applies to you with reverse genders. And that is that you're going to see that you're going to meet the female energy for you, and that person is equally matched or should match you equally as far as intellect, and they should complement your intellect. Very, very good. And those of you that have returned to school, once again, let me zero in on that. That returning to school, that whole energy is moving some stuff in the universe for you. And that energy is going to lead you to stability in relationship. Now, that's a very interesting combination. But I'm telling you, maybe there might be somebody you might actually meet in school. Maybe you might meet somebody who's studying at the library type of thing, but there's a match. There's an equal match intellectually where both parties have their heads on straight. Both parties are thinking clearly. The returning to school has a lot to do with your future as far as romance and marriage and stability in relationship. It also has a lot to do with the energies that are required to help you move on from a loss that you've taken. Capricorn family members, some of you are getting ready, actually making plans now. You think I don't see it. You're making plans now to take a trip, a long distance flight. And it might even be such a long distance, you might have to have connecting flights, or it might be a series of trips. Capricorn family members, congratulations, that's a good idea. It's going to be a wonderful trip, and you're going to enjoy it. As I talked about you moving on and letting go of some things, or getting over or healing, if you will, from some of the things that have hurt you in the past. I talked about you traveling long distance, but I do want to tell you that this is not a time for short distance getaways. This is not the time for that. Whenever this card shows up and I tell clients not to take the road trip, not to take the short distance trip, sometimes they take the trip anyway. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be a car accident. It doesn't mean that. This particular card does not point to that. This particular card actually points to, if you take the road trip, you can expect delays, you can expect unpleasantries, you can expect that the intentions of the road trip will not actually come to pass. So the road trip, you can take it. Nothing's going to stop you. I can't stop you. You can take the road trip, but it's not going to end up being as beautiful as you want it to be. The Spirit is showing me that you are going to get your strength. Your strength is growing. And I'm talking about your inner strength. I'm clenching my fist as I'm talking, and I'm sensing strength, like the core of your being. And that could have a lot to do with that dietary adjustment, as well as that cardiovascular workout that you're going to begin. But your strength is going to come back. You're very, 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 very good at recovering, Capricorn family members. Your strength is going to come back. There is going to be great healing, and there is going to be a return to happiness as you get more and more involved in your, I was going to say organization, because it looks like it's a pairing of people or a bond of people. So it could be a friendship, or it could be an organization. It could be an activity that involves a group. It could be an organization or a committee or an association that you are a member of. But that, getting involved with that right now, getting involved with that, those energies are going to bless your life. Capricorn family members, I do see a new you sort of like developing. Very, very good. It's a beautiful you. I also see you changing your hairstyle. So I see you changing your hairstyle, and I see you trying something new in the way of cosmetics, in the way of perhaps different colors that you've never worn before. There is a change, and the outside change is actually symbolic of the inside change, the development and this metamorphosis, this rebirth, if you will. This is not a time, Capricorn family members, when you could or when you should relocate. This is not a good time for relocating for Capricorn family members in general. And I also see that even though you want to get away from some of the circumstances in your environment, this is not the time for that. But you are changing, and because you are changing, it's causing you to want change in where you live and how you live. And I can dig it, and I'm sure it's going to surface and it's going to happen in your not too distant future. But as far as the energies are concerned for this particular reading, for this particular, I would say 2 to 3 week cycle, I don't see where relocating is a part of the prominent energies. I do need you once again, as I mentioned a few moments ago, to focus on your long-term goals. And the reason why we have to focus on our long-term goals is because the spirit, your guardian angels, are actually watching over you, and they are very concerned about you not being focused on your long-term goals. And you know, the guardian angels are also saying that don't expect love to actually save you and give you clarity as far as long-term goals are concerned. Now, I did mention that you returning to school is going to alter, and it's going to promote an energy where you are going to meet somebody that has similar goals. But don't rely on love to help you crystallize or help you organize your own goals. That's a very nice and strong energy for Capricorn family members. And Capricorn family members, the spirit sees an environment where you're involved in some agitation, some conflict, but you can handle it, and you will handle it. As far as your outcome, your final outcome for this particular cycle, you're going into a time frame where love is on the horizon, love is up the street, if you will. I also see where you are going to heed the advice of the spirit, and you are getting ready to refocus and to get your eyes and your mind set on your long-term goals as far as where you see yourself, what you want to be doing with your life in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. I do see you getting that together. I also see, as I mentioned earlier, I see lovers as a part of your future energy. Very, very good. Congratulations. I also see where there's a legal, governmental, official matter that is going to work out in your favor. Legal, governmental, official, could be school related. It could be a lawsuit. It could be a traffic type of violation. Whatever it is that you're dealing with that is legal, governmental, and official. And don't forget, I said it could be school as well. It is going to work out for you in your favor during this cycle of time. So, Capricorn family members, those are brief descriptions of the energies that you can expect over the next 2 to 3 week cycle. And you certainly are invited to reach out to me if you'd like to have a further spiritual consultation in the way of a sacred tarot reading. My email is on the bottom of the screen, please. You may reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to book a private reading for you. Capricorn family members, thank you for listening, and have a great end of September. Bye-bye.